Okay, take 2 of signature systems. Now I will go through this again. On the weekend I went to an event and I got reminded about the power of signature systems, and I learnt this in December last year and started setting it up in my own business. And for those of you that have done a business audit with me, that is a signature system, right? So from creating a signature system, I was able to create an audit and a coaching package. Now, I want to share with you the power of signature systems and how to create your own. Now, not everyone is going to want to create a signature system now or in the future, but it's something to keep in mind. Now, I'm going to use my example for what I did and show you how to do it. So the first step here, and I know my text has had a blowout, so it's kind of hard to read, but the first step for you is looking at all of the core things that you love to teach, share, train, that you do in your business, and write them down. So how you want to serve your clients, the kinds of things that you want to share with them and teach them. So from a business coaching perspective, these are the things that I came up with. Sales, marketing, message, niche, systems, visibility, strategy, courses, events, mindset, and launching. So in a signature system, we want to have 3, 5, or 7 core elements. As my mentor reminded me on the weekend, the brain likes to work in those odd numbers. I can't remember why, but I trust my mentor. I trust Benjamin J. Harvey. So we'll go with 3, 5, or 7. As you can see here, 3, 5, or 7. Now, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 things that I am good at teaching in business. So, what do you do next? Well, you pick either the things that can work together or you take things out. So, for example, events. Events I would teach on their own. There's enough elements in events for me to be able to pick out 5 core things that you need to know when it comes to running events. So I could take that out because not everyone wants to run events necessarily in their business, and not straight away. So courses, once again, courses would come out because that has 7 elements that I can teach on its own. Now, launching tends to go with courses and can also be taught on its own as a standalone kind of thing. So if I was still specializing in course delivery, which I have, and you all have access to the program anyway, there's like 9 elements in that because I added in launching and a couple of extra things. So I've taken those things out, which leaves me with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 things. Now I want to get my signature system down to 7. So I could have a look at all of these things and go, do I need to take one of these things out and run it as a standalone kind of thing, or just ditch it completely? Or potentially could something here merge? Now, I don't think sales can be merged with anything, and I don't think niche can. Systems would be on their own. Maybe I could put strategy and visibility together. So then that would give me my 7 core things to run in my signature system. So we have a look at the things. We've narrowed it down to the 7 or the 5 or the 3, depending on what it is that you want to do. And I really, really hope you can hear me this time. I don't know if I want to do it again. So then we want to look at the order that we would teach this stuff in. Mindset. I think that for me is having the right frame of mind is really, really important before you start anything. Understanding how your body sabotages you, setting yourself up cellularly for success, your self-talk, all of that kind of stuff. So that would be my first thing. The next thing, your message. So what is your core message? What is that thing that you stand for? Because from that, your purpose, the thing that drives you, comes from that. Now, who is your ideal client? Would come next. Now, we don't have anything to sell yet, but then we could have a look at the strategy, your visibility, your plan, your big picture, because you want to start showing up and have a plan. So as you're nailing your messaging and your marketing, so that could be 5, then you're setting up your systems, and then you're selling what it is that you offer. All of a sudden, out of all of that, and can you do a love or a like or put a comment or something and just let me know, whoever's watching, that you can hear me. I really hope you can hear me this time. All of a sudden you have a system, right? So you've got, what was the first one? Mindset. Then you've got your message. Then you've got your niche. Then you've got viz and strategy. Because as everything's forming out, you can do the plan. Then we've got marketing. Then we've got systems. And then we've got sales. So the really, really powerful, awesome, the first one didn't work, Kirsten, the volume, I had to re-record this one. So this gives you so much flexibility within your business. So Kirsten, you've done DMA, this is probably sounding quite familiar to you. All of a sudden, you've got a one-on-one coaching package here. You've got an online course here. You've got a 7-day retreat. You've got a webinar, or you've got webinar topics. You've got your first book that sets you up as an authority in your field. All of a sudden, you can take this core signature system and build up from it. It gives you all your content ideas. It gives you direction. It lets you know where you're heading. And it helps you stay on message. So this is why I thought it was definitely worth sharing signature systems with you ladies in the group. Because if you're still sort of a little stuck, little floundery, a little not sure, this can guide you. And when I did this system, so this is basically the business audit, the business accelerator coaching program. Now I forgot, and I did it in a thing of 6 weeks. But that program, I could have turned that into a book. I could have run a 7-day course on it, a retreat, all of those kinds of things from one core system. So this may or may not be for you. I'm not saying you have to do it or have to implement it, but I think it could be a really, really good activity to just have a go at and see if you can create one. Any questions, post them in the comments below. Tell me what your thoughts are. If you're going to do it or not, totally up to you. But I just wanted to demonstrate the scope and the power that having a system like this can actually bring for your business. Because this is where you're going to get leverage. This is where you're going to be able to really step up. And this is where you can actually start getting known for something. And then you give it a fancy name. And something else that they said. So this could be the Pavlovsky method. The next step could be I could run 3 levels of training on it. Foundations, advanced, and train the trainer. So then all of a sudden I've got people that know all of this stuff and they can go out and train on my behalf. So this is where the true freedom comes in. If I have people that can train this on behalf of me, or I can create a federation like the ICF and people pay me to train this under my banner, like there's so much scope. That's the actual true freedom that you can then end up with from one of these things. And this is really cooking in my mind about where I'm going with my own business, with this Chick Means business. So let me know your thoughts. I'm going to finish the recording and look at your comments over the coming weeks below. Bye.